Welcome, everybody. Welcome, all villagers and those that want to be. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. Oh, gosh. Well, forgive me for that. I couldn't help myself. That's a new song that my son wrote, and he does his own stuff, and I thought it was pretty good, and so I thought I'd just share it. He's got a YouTube channel, ain't very big. He's trying to get it going, so I'm just trying to help out. Those of you who just got here, welcome to our channel. Where's Melody at? I'm lost without Melody. There she is. Hi, Melody. I'm sorry. Let me turn your mic back on. I shut everybody's mic off because I didn't know if the video audio would go wonky while he was playing. We have a special guest. We're going to get right to it. I'm not going to play around right now. Lance Oppenheim. For those of you that don't know who Lance Oppenheim is, if you've heard of the movie called Some Kinds of Heaven, that's I've heard a lot of people say they like. A lot of them say they don't like. What I find ironic about it is that the people that said they didn't like it, I've asked them, well, what did you find wrong with it? What didn't you like about it? They don't know. They haven't seen the movie. Somebody told them. I don't get it, but that's the way it is.
I liked it.
Yeah. So, he's had this controversy before. I'm like, of a list of 100 interviews that he's given out already, I'm like number 100. I'm the last. Uh-oh. Oh, there's Linda. What happened to Linda? Well, anyway, she's back now. I'm the last. But let me just say in my defense, before he gets on here and makes me sound like a moron, before he done this movie, he personally called me.
Oh, really?
I think he thinks I'm one of them weirdos that he wanted to follow around. What's up with that?
You'd be great in that movie.
Yeah, right. Okay, without any further ado, wait a minute. Where's my clap? My clap.
Linda said Lance was unable to use the link you sent. Did you get that fixed?
Linda's in her green room right now.
Is Lance? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. You don't see him?
I don't see anybody in the green room.
Oh, well, they're all in there. I've got 8 or 9 people in there. The most important one is this guy right here. I watch him all day. Look at that.
Oh, gosh. I thought you were going to bring Lance on.
I am a cheap date. I'm easily entertained. You don't have to buy a movie ticket from me. Just buy me that and I'll watch it all day. Anyway. Oh, good Lord. Trying to find something here. Here we go. That's it right there. That's going to be the clap for him when he comes in. I'll go like this. Makes me look like I know what I'm doing. All right. Here's Lance Oppenheim. Bill, you got questions about the movie or whatever, or comments, get them in here, get them on the chat line, because let me just say, he doesn't know yet, but I've done a little bit of homework. I have questions.
Awesome.
And comments. And so we'll bring him up here and see what he's got to say. Here's Lance, the next Scorsese of Hollywood.
Hello. Wow. Thank you. That's very, very kind words that are completely undeserved. And your son, amazing musician, I must say.
I think he can make a living at it.
I think he's pretty damn good. Now you're asking why I was interested in putting you in the film. I feel like I should have gotten your whole family. I missed a few Smiths out there.
Oh, I got talent in my family. Sue, did you ever, as a young kid, your mom and dad ever watch a show called George Burns and Gracie Allen?
I have never seen it.
Never?
Never.
Never heard of George and Gracie? George Burns.
George and Gracie.
You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
I'll have to check it out.
Go to YouTube, check it out. George Burns, Gracie Allen. Sue is Gracie. She is my Gracie.
I'll take a mental note of that.
Gracie.
Don't listen to her. She doesn't.
I'm picking up for Sue. She's
Don't
smart.
listen to him, Lance. I'm telling you, these women that I've got here on this show with me stick up for one another. And so I keep them separated like children. Okay, I'm going to get to the obvious questions that people have sent me. These are not my questions because, well, I'll give you a choice. Do you want questions from my audience or do you want some questions from me first?
Wow. Let's go with you first. I'm open to all things. Melody, if you have any questions, if anyone's got any questions, let's go to town. Let's party. And thank you for having me on. Also, I appreciate it. As you know, I reached out to you because I saw your YouTube channel and I was looking at all the videos you were uploading of, I think it was construction in the new areas, and I was like, who is this guy and what is he doing? He's spending a lot of time building a pretty sizable following here. So it's all come full circle. I very much appreciate you having me on.
Are you done? Can I proceed now?
Give me another round of applause.
I watched one of your interviews with a guy that I thought was kind of funny. And one of his comments to you was, there was an email from somebody, I didn't quite catch all this, where he said that you were doing a disservice to yourself because it was taking you way too long to answer answers.
He probably, he's not wrong. I stammer a lot. I think he was correcting me. I could use his help. If anyone is a good public speaker, I could have used it, and I could use it now as well.
Don't ask me because I ramble. Ask all these girls; they'll tell you. I get to rambling, and sometimes I'll go through 3 and 4 subjects before I shut up.
Ask questions.
The one question he said, this is my questions. One question I've got is, in the very first part of the show, when you were talking to, what was her name? I want to say Barbara. The widow.
Barbara Luciato, yes.
Okay. Her dog started humping the cat. Whose decision was it to leave that scene in and say, we got to cut that out?
I think I would have cut it out if she wasn't happy with it. But the expression of joy on her face and the mixture of her expressing a very intense emotional reaction to what was going on in her life, her husband's death. She wasn't having the greatest time in the Villages. And then right as she was literally, it's almost like I couldn't have directed. I don't know if there are any animal wranglers in the world who could have, made that timing land. But I just thought it was this kind of magical moment. And she was, the expression and the hysterical laughter that was on her face. I showed her the clip afterwards while we were contemplating about putting in the film. And she was like, you got to put that in. And I remember showing it to Dennis and Reggie and Anne, and that always kind of brought the house down because it wasn't like you were laughing at her, you were laughing with her, and you're laughing with her animals. So I thought it was a nice little moment that I wanted to throw in there.
I liked it. I mean, I thought it was a great idea to leave it in. I
thought it was funny too. Because that little dog sort of treated like a football.
That's great. That's great.
When Barbara, which I don't know, I haven't never been through what she's going through, and we all will sooner or later, but I mean, I haven't went through what she's gone through. Another question I had, and I don't know if anybody brought it up, at the very beginning of the movie, after the dog got done humping the cat, and then it goes on to these other scenes, she goes out to the kitchen. I think it was a kitchen. It was hard to tell, but I think it was a kitchen. And she starts flipping pages on calendars. And then they backed up for the whole scene. She had 6 calendars across the wall. And I was just looking at that going, why?
She's got a fascinating, I mean, there are a lot of little details like that I wanted to pepper in. I mean, obviously this is something that she has in her house. And I remember just thinking the same question, why? And, I do have an interview with her where she explains why she has those calendars. I think, she like many people who are going through a really difficult situation when you lose your spouse. I mean, a lot of belongings she still has in her house belong to her late husbands, and she just can't. It's been hard for her to get rid of a lot of stuff. I think she also has this fascination with time, and specifically time that she, where she wasn't able to do the things she wanted to do. I think those calendars kind of a reminder to like make her go out in the world and do things. And but anyway, I mean, I didn't want to. There are a lot of little tiny things in the movie. Obviously there were moments where I'm like, what is that? And I wanted to make sure I got it in the texture of the film, but I didn't want to spell things out. So you're a very insightful viewer, Skip, and you should be given an award.
I'm the guy that when I'm watching the movie, you can ask my wife, she'll tell you I do this all the time. It drives her nuts. So I watch the movie and I go, did you see that girl in the background back there walking down the street? And I'm not even watching the movie, the main character. It'd be John Wayne talking about something. I go, did you see that girl walking down the street behind her back there? I wonder if anybody caught that. How can she be walking on the street in a cowboy movie?
That's hilarious. There's a whole range of I don't know if you've seen in Star Wars it's in the new Star Wars. You've seen that, right? The guy, it's in the Mandalorian. There's a guy using his cell phone. I guess the editors didn't see him, and it's completely anachronistic. Yeah, it's there's a lot of little details like that. Also, if you see the movie Dunkirk, there's some funny stuff.
Or to watch a Roman movie about the crucifixion. I'm not making fun of but and then you look in the sky and you see like a jet streak going across the sky. I've seen that.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, you'd be surprised. There's a whole lot of that stuff.
Dennis, the guy that lived in the van. I know you probably got a lot of questions about this guy, right? Because he was like the weirdest character of all of them. Matter of fact, speaking of that, out of all the three characters, and since how you called me, how would you rank me as a character to Dennis?
You would have been the strangest of them all, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Well, look, I think I think it's easy to look at these stories and look at all the ways in which these folks are different from you, and even from myself, given that I'm much younger than them. But I actually think a lot of the things they're going through are fairly universal, I think, and actually have a lot to say, not just about the uniqueness of their situations and maybe how unique or strange one would find Dennis. I think a lot of the things he's thinking about and is on the things that are on his mind: comfort, freedom, companionship, self-sacrifice. How much do you want to give up of your freedom to be comfortable with someone? I think those are things that I think are quite interesting, and I think we all think about it one time or another. So it wasn't like I was just looking for like a rogues gallery of the most strange people I could find. The people in the film are the people I happen to, I think, just understand and get along with the most.
Why does such a young fella like you show so much interest in people that old?
I don't know. I mean, well, look, I think there's a lot. I think it's a very sad thing that has happened, to our country, where I really do feel like the opportunities for people like me, for kind of intergenerational connection to happen, they don't happen as frequently anymore. I think, the only times I've really been able to hang out with, folks that were much older than me is when I would go around to my grandparents' retirement community in Delray. And over time, most of their friends passed away, and they're quite older now. I think what drew me to the Villages specifically was I was fascinated. I'm from Florida, and I normally live in Florida outside of the pandemic time. And I was fascinated that this was a place that had become the fastest, one of the fastest growing cities in the country. As all this stuff, it's the largest retirement community in the country, and it's a place that I was fascinated in the Disney, the Disney World for retirees. The idea that folks were moving to a place like the Villages to have fun, and so I think this interest of that was what kind of compelled me to go in the first place, was just this fascination. I wanted to see the place up close for my own interest, my own curiosity. And then I've seen some folks who aren't a fan of the film, and maybe they haven't even seen the film yet, who call it like a New York Times hatchet job or something. I mean, the New York Times wasn't on this film until I was well into production. I mean, I started this film alone. This was my college thesis. I went with 3 of my best friends and my sister. I mean, it kind of get like, you know, but people call this like a Hollywood liberal hit job or something. I mean, it couldn't be more further from the case. I mean, I think I happen to, you know, the people who I ended up bringing on to the project later on saw the potential and what it could be. But, you know, this is not a film that delves into, you know, all the stereotypes you hear about the villages. It's a movie about people. So I've always found it quite interesting, the you know, that kind of the lines of thinking that people think I had this larger agenda in place to make the villages look bad or something. That was not what I was interested in doing.
Well, you know, I think that's what a lot of people think, but you know,
yeah,
I didn't know. I heard so much rumors from one side to the other, and they were so different that I thought, I'm going to watch the movie. That's just where I am. That settles it for me. I'm going to watch the movie and see what it is. Because they did a book years ago. It was called Leisureville. Yeah. And that was really controversial about some of the things that was said in there. To be honest with you, I didn't see the movie. I don't know if they made a movie because I ain't reading the book. That's just that simple. You know, I just don't read it. It's just because you can read things differently to different people.
Yeah.
You know, so I just don't. But anyway, I thought it was a good movie, and I thought it was basically about life events that happen when you're older, and it's going to happen to all of us. And these are people just trying to figure it out as they go along and try to fit in. I mean, right. I could put myself in their shoes. If my wife was passed away tomorrow, I'm not sure I could even go to the grocery store and buy crap. Matter of fact, I've done a video and proved that. I cannot go to the grocery store and buy anything. You obviously have not seen that.
I can't either. It drives my entire family nuts. I'm always the person who's buying the wrong stuff at the grocery store. My girlfriend is not happy with me when I do that either.
It ain't buying the wrong stuff with me. I can't even find it. I mean, I'm walking to the store. Do what?
I order my groceries.
I did the last 2 times. I did. I brought it to the house. So anyway, one of the things that was in the movie, and I know a lot of things come across differently, but when Dennis was at the end of his rope, and I think he was getting some kind of advice from a preacher of some kind.
Yes, Pastor Norman Lee Schaefer from the Garden Worship Center. Yeah.
And he was talking to him, and the guy was giving him sound advice about his life and how to change it. And then they pray and blah, blah, blah. And in that conversation, he says, nobody wants to be left alone, especially when they're 81. And I caught on to that, and I never thought anything about it. Then, like the very next scene, Dennis goes to this house where he's staying. He picks up the phone and calls his mother. Good Lord, how old is she?
She just passed away, believe it or not. Her name was Gladys Sheneman, if you want to look it up, so you can know that that she in fact was real and alive. She passed away. I think she was 108 years old. Wow, kind of unbelievable, honestly. I spoke with her on the phone. I mean, she was as sharp as a tack. It was just it's funny to me because Dennis, throughout the entirety of the film, and really a lot of the time I spent with him, I think he probably would have been more successful in his venture of trying to find someone to live with if he say what you will about him, but the only person he lies to in the film is his mother. And this was an interesting kind of part of the process. I mean, for one, I guess it's funny that you never some things never really do change, and even though he's 82 years old, he is still kind of acting as if he's in his early 20s or his late teens. But one of the interesting parts of the process is we actually, because the New York Times is involved in the film, we had to fact check the movie, and we had to, anytime someone says something with authority that they believe in the film is also, taking a similar line of thought that this is going, this is a fact. We had to fact check all of Dennis's passages where he's talking about how he worked for, he did work on President Ford's house as well as Dick's mother's, and the list of people that he's referring to. And it turns out that most of that stuff is actually real, which was kind of fascinating to me. So I imagine he probably would be more successful in his ambition of finding someone to live with if he probably lied more than he actually does, because I think most times he tells people the truth, that he's living out of his van, he needs a place to live with. Can I move into your house for 5 weeks, 6 months, whatever is what he says to one person. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
What? That's a big ask.
I like the little business card that he made up.
Oh my God. Yeah, me too. I wish you guys could see it. I wish I still had one.
Okay. I just think that if you handed that to any woman right away, you'd have to know,
Oh
right?
my God. Celebrity handyman and personal companion for hire.
You got to give him credit, man. He's going after what he wants.
He's living his life. And it's fascinating dude.
Okay. Let me ask you who these people are. Who is Darren Aronofsky?
Darren Aronofsky is he's one of the producers on the film. He's one of my idols, honestly, and I won't lie to you there. He's a filmmaker. He's an Academy Award nominee. He directed films like The Black Swan, The Wrestler. He also directed Noah, The Fountain, and I got in touch with him while it was probably about a quarter or halfway through filming in the Villages, and I had found his email online probably about 5 years ago. And to give you more backstory, I went to the same film program that he went to. I wrote my college essay about his films. I mean, I was a big fan of his. And I spent about, almost like 3.5 years sending unsolicited cold emails to his email address until finally I heard from one of his production kind of executives at his company who politely told me to stop emailing because he would never look at the emails. And I just kind of kept on. I was very persistent. I kept sending stuff. I sent stuff from the film. I showed my other films that I had made. And eventually I was finally able to get a meeting with him. And I told him what the film was about. And he very graciously offered to come on and, give me the backing I needed to kind of get the rest of the resources together to go and, return back to the Villages to keep filming. So it was a great collaboration. It was a really, I'm very grateful to him.
Wow. Well, I was going to give credit to a lot of people, but it takes you a long time to give me an answer. So I'll just go through them real quick and then you don't get mad. Jeffrey Soros, Simon Hersman, Kathleen Lingo, Melissa Oppenheim.
That's me. That's my sister. Yeah.
Your sister? And you've got other family members in here too. Craft Services, Roy and Ellen Oppenheim. My question about that
was, damn, you're good. Yeah.
What is Craft Services? I'm just curious.
Craft Services is my family would make a ton of food, and they would drive it from Fort Lauderdale, where I live, to the Villages, just so we had a stock fridge. It's a job in itself. I mean, when you're going through all the names of people who worked on the film, I mean, it is important to note as well. At the end of the day, it was really a crew of like 4 people. It was me, my sound guy, my sister, and one of my college friends. So it was a lot of the people who kind of have the credit. They did do quite a lot of work, but it was different things. There was, we needed the resources, we needed the money basically to go and rent the equipment and make sure we could live in the Villages for as long as we did. So that's a lot of those. They
did a great job. Tell them I appreciate what they've done, because I know how hard it is. I do this. This is a one-man show here that I do, and I screw it up all the time. Ask anybody.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
It bugs the hell out of me that it don't go as smooth as it does. But you know what's funny? What's really funny about it is all the emails I get afterwards. They tell me, what's the funniest show I've ever watched? And it was a car wreck.
People like watching car wrecks, though.
Tell everybody who the star of the show was, and I got his name right here: Winslow Oppenheim.
Winslow is my dog, and I have him credited as a emotional support animal, because different moments, very stressful moments while making the movie, my parents, when they would drop off the bunch of food that they would make for us, they'd also sometimes drop off the dog. And he was a big stress reliever. He's a golden doodle, a mini golden doodle. Cute guy. And he's not for sale, if you're wondering. You can't have him.
I made a mistake, and I thought the sheepdog was the dog. But
I
had one sheepdog. I love a sheepdog. They're just
I love sheepdogs too.
Okay, I got a couple of questions, and then I'm going to bring this real famous Hollywood global Golden Globe winner thing down here. That's what he is too, a global thing. Do you think that the COVID, the release of this movie and COVID is going to affect the movie?
Oh, I mean, it already has. I mean, I think it's an unfortunate thing. I mean, the film's been done. It's been in the can for over a year at this point. It played Sundance in 2020 in January. We had a nice but short-lived run. We had all these film festivals and places that the film was playing at, and then of course, obviously, when COVID happened, it changed everything. And there's obviously a lot of more to be upset about, and I think there's a lot to be grateful for. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a movie. Glad my family has their health, and as my loved ones, and I'm very happy that the folks in the film also have their health and have managed to stay safe. But definitely, I mean, I think if theaters were open, this would have been a very different kind of experience. The film was made to be seen on a big screen, not on a computer, not on a TV at home. But it is what it is, and I'm grateful to anybody who watches it and rents it from Amazon or iTunes or YouTube or wherever they find it.
I stole it off the Chinese network.
Or torrent it if you want to torrent it too. Hey, be my guest. I'm coming after you. I'm gonna. The FBI is gonna be knocking on your door soon enough.
Hey, you wouldn't be the first stranger to come knocking on my door. How long did it take you guys from start to finish down here, the shooting? How long did it take you to get the shoots done?
It was on and off for about like 18 months. So we would be coming down usually in about we would spend about a month and a half while each shoot would kind of last that long. Then I would kind of I would go back when I first started this, I was in school, so I was shuttling back and forth between this and and college. And then when I finished the film, I was going back and forth between shooting and then editing. So I was always kind of bouncing around in the orbit of this.
And once you got the shoot done, how long did it take? I think Daniel Garber, was he your editor? Yes,
you're very perceptive. He and I really credit Daniel with being a big he's the co-author of the film in my mind. I mean, he and I were sort of, I was shooting while he was editing. He was editing, some of the earlier footage, and he was kind of figuring out with me how the shape of the film would take place. We had followed a lot of people. There's a lot of different stories we could have kind of crafted out of this. But we decided to make the film we made in large part because that was the film that we wanted to make, and a film that, like you were saying before, is more about a condition, an existential condition. But the editing was happening during the shooting of the film. So when, as soon as we finished shooting, I think we must have, maybe it took 21 months in total to do.
Wow.
From start to finish.
That editing's got to be a nightmare to throw all this at you. Wow. I mean, I edit my little videos I do, and I hate it. I just don't like it at all. Because every time you do one, you go, when you edit,
it's hard.
As an editor, you'll edit something and then you'll watch it. Oh, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to put this in. Then you do it again. Then you watch it a third time. Maybe watch it a fourth time. It goes on forever. You started out with 47 minutes of video, and you get done, you got 5.
It's not DP? Easy. My DP was a man by the name of David Bolin, and I've if you kind of go back and look at some of the early films I was making, I've been working with him since I was like 18, 17, basically. He's one of my best friends. I practically grew up with him.
That's very good. 2 more questions for me, and then I'm going to bring in Rusty. He wants to ask you some questions. One was, when you were setting all these different scenes, well, I shouldn't say set them up, when you were following these people around and video, there has to be a time or two where you got to say, stop, there's a dog peeing on the bush behind you, we got to wait, or whatever. Did they ever question anything that you wanted them to do or not do? Did they ever say why? Or
That's a good question. I mean, look, I think the short answer is yes. And I think anytime that any part of that did happen, it was a moment for me to say, okay, well, how can we do this better? Or, I think a lot of the way in which the movie was made, it would always scenes would come out of interviews. So I would be interviewing someone on a couch, or you see Reggie and Ann at different moments of the film when they're being interviewed in their bedroom. These would be long interviews. These would go on for maybe 2.5 hours, 3 hours at times. And what I would be doing in my mind is when anytime they would say something that, generated an idea for a scene, or, these are scenes, what I'm talking about are things that they normally do in their average everyday life, or moments that, other times there were moments that we just were kind of with them and just filming everything and not really sure what was going on. And, but the ideas for these scenes that came from these interviews, I would then work with them to try and essentially recreate the experience of what they normally do. And there were times where I'd say, hey, and let's do, you talked about how it bothers you that Reggie doesn't do the laundry and you always have to do it. Why don't we, film you picking up his dirty laundry in his room or something and throw it in the dryer? And, she'd be like, well, that's not usually how it goes. Like, I don't touch his stuff. I just do my own and just let all of his dirty laundry pile up. So I said, okay, that's great. Let's film what you're suggesting then. So a lot of it was much more of a collaboration than it was me, I think, being some kind of dictator and, saying, do this, do that. And I think, the way the movie was born was based out of that mutual trust, that they knew that I was trying to not make them look bad or do anything they didn't want to do. I wanted to, portray what they were going through in an honest and, unvarnished kind of way.
Good. This is my last question. I'll bring Rusty in here. Since the release of the movie, I'm sure you've kept in contact somewhat by emails or whatever with everybody. Has their life changed in some form or another? I can just imagine somebody signing T-shirts or something to make a buck, Oh,
but yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, well, no. I mean, even after, like, it's been a year and a half or so since we finished making this film, and I talk with Reggie and Barbara and Dennis. I talk with at least one of them once a week. I mean, we've all remained very close. I think. Have their lives changed so much? I mean, I think they have received quite a lot of attention and people reaching out, and I think the good thing is that I think because they've seen the film so many times, because they sort of see themselves in the film, and we've all been able to talk about it together and do interviews together and kind of be on this journey together, even though we're physically apart. But Dennis no longer lives in the Villages. He's living in Bellevue, I believe. He made the move before the film came out. I think he was just tired of being harassed by the Villages, not the Villages authorities, but by different authorities that kept knocking on his van.
Oh, I can imagine. Taking a shower at our pool. I caught that.
It was fascinating that the guy had a complete kind of encyclopedic knowledge of where and how to live off of the public Villages facilities when no one was there. I mean, it was a really, after spending so much time with people who were residents who lived within the system there, it was fascinating to see how this guy had it all figured out to some degree.
Well, hopefully I can run into him someday. Seriously, I'll buy a beer and I'll talk to him, He's interesting.
You should. You absolutely should.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to bring Rusty in here because he's going to ask you some questions I'm probably not going to understand. By the way, before Rusty comes in here, I want to apologize for him now. Hey, Rusty. We were just talking about you, buddy.
How you doing?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, you can? I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you, too.
Oh, God. Hey, so Lance, first of all, let me say from somebody who's done this before, congratulations on getting through the hoops, man. I mean, you never know the hassles you go through until you do it yourself.
Until you do it. That's true.
Yeah. So really,
Rusty, I love your thank you, and I love your backdrop. It looks, I can tell you're a camera guy because it looks like incredibly cinematic. I mean,
I got the shoulders lifted,
candle over there,
and
crazy.
That's my gallery back there, the photography gallery. But
nice.
So congratulations. I mean, it's and when I went to watch it, I really had no idea what to expect, even though I had watched the trailer. But I was pleasantly surprised once I watched it, and So anyway, here's some filmmaking questions for you. This isn't a test. So all of a sudden, this idea, you're going off to the villages. I'm trying to picture myself doing this in my head. You probably didn't have any idea quite what to expect. At what point in this process did you all of a sudden go, Eureka, I've got it. This is what it's going to be. I mean, there had to have been that.
Yeah.
Kind of something gelled together.
It took, I mean, to be perfectly honest, that Eureka moment, it only came to me, I think, really when we were editing the film and I was seeing that there was a way to make something happen. I mean, for so long, I think the thing that made me want to make a film in the villages when I first went, I knew that there was something special. I mean, I had a similar attraction to the setting of the place, like many, I feel like residents probably do when they see it for the first time. I just couldn't believe the things I was seeing and how active people were and the amounts of clubs. And it was a phenomenon that seemed like it was something out of Cocoon. Like it just didn't seem like real life. So it wasn't something that came to me while we were shooting. I think there was definitely moments where I felt like, you know, again, the bond I had with these four people, these four people, it made me want to keep coming back. But it was only until I think probably about a month or two of having Daniel on the film where he was just doing something with the footage that I previously couldn't have done. I was editing it myself and I kept hitting a wall and I just kept cramming too many ideas in, and I wanted to do too many films in one. I had too many folks that I was following up with that all had fascinating and amazing stories. And then eventually, you know, he just was like, this isn't the movie. The movie is specifically about these four people who are trying to fit in, trying to find happiness. That's your film. And I thought to myself that actually gels, that because that was a feeling that I felt even early on when I went to the villages, that I saw there were folks who were sort of, you know, trying to have a great time, trying to buy into, you know, everything that all their friends were up to, but were having problems because they had other things in their life going on. But anyway, I could talk about this all day. I apologize for rambling. No,
it just
I'm a rambler.
Like it came together when all the stuff was sitting in the box, the magic box, and you went, oh, okay, now I got it. That's cool. So I got a scene question for you.
Please.
Reggie, fly on the nose. So I know you didn't
that was crazy.
The camera, and unless you went out and got a trained fly, go ahead and explain how Reggie's got a fly on his nose.
There's a lot of moments like that were insane. I mean, I think, you know, we were that was a moment where I think I was close up on his face, and I don't even really remember what we were trying to capture. I think we were trying to set up another shot, and I think I told him to like lock eyes with the camera and just have a staring contest, and while we were trying to get something else together. And then as soon as I came back, I noticed there was this fly interacting on his face, you know, flying on his face. And I couldn't believe it. And he just was reacting the way Reggie normally would. Yeah. He wanted that fly to, you know, go up his nose and make a house for itself, you know, but anyway, it was fascinating. Totally unexpected.
Just to butt in here a little bit, did he ever go to counseling?
He did. He actually is currently in he's currently in counseling right now, and he's doing much better. I think he's more lucid than he's ever been, thankfully.
You're gonna say, as soon as I saw his face on TV, I told my wife, I said, I've seen that face before, and I went back to check. Let's just say he's been in trouble before.
Yeah, no, he is a knack. He you know, when I met him, he was definitely he's always been kind of like a wild child from what I gather, but I think he's chilled out a lot more. He's much more mellow. You could probably find him on the golf course. He goes out at like 7 a.m. and doesn't come home until like 4 p.m. You know, he spends his full days.
His wife just seemed like, when she was on the show, she just seemed like she was just wore out, tired of it, just the end of my rope.
And that was interesting. Is I think her, you know, she was at a certain point. I think what she was going through was an intense situation. I'm sure if any of us went through it, it would be tricky. But that was the thing that I told them. That was the thing I convinced her when she didn't want to be in the film at first, and I really had to convince her that what I was interested in. I didn't want to make the Jerry Springer show. I was just actually very fascinated by how two very different people remain in love with each other and remain in a committed relationship, especially when they're so different from each other and when they've grown so far apart from one another. But totally. I mean, she calls herself, they both call her Saint Anne. And Reggie calls himself Mr. 20% after the line she says at the end when she says she puts in 80% and he puts in 20% of the effort of remaining committed and together.
Go ahead, Rusty, whatever you got, because I'm getting ready to kick you out.
You can kick me out anytime you want.
Yeah, because I got other people down here.
Well, go ahead.
You got another question? I know you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I see it in you.
So what?
I see it in you.
Okay. So,
hey, by the way, I got an email from you today. When you coming down?
Tuesday.
This next Tuesday?
Yeah.
For a week?
Yeah. Well, pretty close. Yeah.
Okay.
And then back down in April again. But so this is a question who's from somebody who's gotten bumped around. So you get up, you get a lot of the stuff on the floor, and then you go out to get finishing funds or whatever you got. Did anybody try to get their fingers in your movie, or they pretty much let you go?
That's a great question. And thankfully, I mean, it was interesting, right? And I think when you're making a documentary, the thing I had pitched people on ultimately did not become the film that we had made. I think we were pitching something that would have been a lot louder and less in tune, I think, with these internal emotional stories. Yeah, less before. I think what I had thought I was going to make was something that was much more about the villages and rather than the stories of 4 people who happen to live in the villages. I thought I was going to make something quite different. So there was concern I had at different points where I was like, are people gonna, are my backers gonna turn on me, and what's gonna happen here? And I'm not gonna lie, it did take some time, I think, for everyone to adjust and realign on what the film was going to be. But really, everyone was great partners on it, though. And I think a large part of it, the New York Times, Darren Aronofsky, who produced it, who was a big kind of defender of what I was trying to do with the film. And of course, the folks who financed the film, Los Angeles Media Fund, they saw what I was trying to do. They saw the potential of how it could turn into something different, even though if it was not what I had pitched them. And they were very receptive, to their credit.
Great. Anyway, he wants to kick me out. I'm ready to go. Thanks a lot. It was good.
Nice to meet you, Rusty.
I got one more question real quick. Is when you pitch a movie to somebody that's just kind of in your head, it's not written down or whatever, how do you go in and convince somebody to throw big bucks at this thing?
Who'd you ask?
I'm not asking you, Rusty. I'm asking the guy that made a movie.
I was confused.
I think a part of it, you write a bunch of stuff, you kind of write what they call a treatment, like a visual treatment where you have a document depicting what you're planning to do, what your artistic ambition is, what the film you think will roughly, be, and then also you have what sometimes people call like a sizzle, which is a sample of the footage you've already shot. And the way you intend to, the experience of watching the sizzle, in my mind, should sort of be similar to what the experience of watching the film will be like. So those were the two things. And usually it does take quite a bit of work to even just get to that phase, because you need to convince a few people along the way that you that you have a great idea and that they'll give you, $5,000. Maybe you get, 2 or 3 people that will give you $5,000 in the return of hopefully being involved in whatever the film becomes later on. But there was a lot of that.
Sounds like too much work.
It's a lot of work.
It does. Between editing and filming and traveling and food and then trying to get the finances to do it and locations. And by the way, when you were down here, if I remember right, you rented a place, right? Is that inside the villages here?
Yeah, I did. I was living in a few different places. I mean, we kind of would always, the one time we lived closer to Spanish Springs. There was another time we were living in Fenny. There was another time we were living near Brown. Well, I guess Fenny is near Brownwood, but there was one time we were living very close to Reggie and Ann in Lake Sumter. So we kind of got a whole tour of, there was one time we were also living pretty close to the historic district, also in Spanish Springs. So there was a few different places.
Right.
I'd always kind of just find wherever I could, wherever was cheapest and big enough to fit a crew of like 5 people. And we all would be sharing the same beds and, you know, eating the same food. And it was a special experience.
And then didn't you fly back and forth to California during
not California, but to Boston. Boston and New York. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Rusty, you got anything else to ask?
Nope. Did you get into
Nice to meet you, Rusty.
Did you get anything SAG awards?
What'd you say, Rusty?
Did I get any SAG awards? I wish. That would have been nice.
Oh, I just figured I'd ask since that's coming up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that would have been nice.
I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you down there. And
Thanks for stopping by, Rusty.
You're welcome, sir.
And we got rid of him. Oh, that's right. He can still hear me.
Yeah. You guys are
okay.
mean.
I don't have any more questions. I think I asked everything that was in the chat. You got any questions, Melody?
No. I did see Dennis in Bellevue at a restaurant. And I had, when we saw him, I had to run up. Well, when we left, I went out. I'm like, let's find his van. We did.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Well, I hope you said hello. He'd love to know there's someone who recognizes him out there.
Well, Lance, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to come and visit some little channel like mine. And talk with me.
No. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Number 100 on the scale of 100 for this. That's okay. You know, I won't forgive you the rest of my life.
You're number one in my heart, Skip.
Yeah, that's what my wife says too. Right before she takes you to divorce court and cuts it out.
It was a pleasure to talk to you guys. Thank you so much. And if anyone hasn't seen the film, it's available on Amazon and all those places.
Yeah, say before you leave, and then you can plug your movie wherever it's at. Amazon's where I got it. I don't know where else it is.
Yeah, Amazon, iTunes.
Yeah,
a few other places.
For a young man,
for
a young man to do what you're doing, and I know this isn't your first one because I dug back into it where you did some college material and some other stuff with some college buds and this and that. That I see a bright future for you. Just keep it up.
Thank you. I hope to keep going. And I very much appreciate you guys supporting the film and having me on.
I thought it was great. I didn't say anything bad about the villages. That's what everybody kept saying. And I watched this, and I even looked at my wife. We watched it twice. I watched it.
Wow.
I said, did you see anything bad about the villages in there? I never heard him say anything bad about the villages in there. It's just about old people trying to fit in after life things happen. That's all it was really about. They just happen to live here. And probably the reason why you picked to do a movie here is basically because, like you said, we're the largest. And that's why you go here.
That's true.
All right. Lance,
all true things. All right, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.
You tell Winslow I said hi.
I will. I'll give him a kiss for you.
All right. See you later, bud.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Hey, pretty good guy, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me bring Sue in here.
Hi, guys.
And wait a minute. Do I have any music for these girls? Okay, this will be good right here.
I get my pick in here.
And bring Deb in here. Deb's back! And I'll bring Linda in here. Deb. Wait a minute, I got to turn this back up. There we go. I didn't want you to not have your clap. Get it?
Yeah, I didn't know you were muted.
That is muted.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to ask, where have you been?
She's muted.
I didn't mute her. Oh, maybe I did and forgot. Let me unplug you. Wait a minute. Oh, I got Linda plugged too. There, now she's unplugged. Now you're unplugged. There you go. There you are. There you go. So everybody's going to ask where you been.
So I can't say I was on vacation because I don't look rested. So that wasn't true. Yeah, I've been ailing a little bit, but I'm on the mend.
Yeah.
We're taking turns.
Yeah, we do. You forgot that we both got breast cancer right after each other too. So that's why I wouldn't go out walking, because I was afraid I was going to fall. Because whatever you do, I do.
Yeah, we both have the big glasses now.
Yeah, mine looks like Lance's, so I look like a movie producer.
You know, there's two things that they say that happens in elderly women, probably men too. The older you get, the bigger the glasses get. They end up getting like this big around. And the other thing is women get long earlobes because the earlobe never stops growing. And the thought is that's why elderly women like to wear big earrings, because it makes their earlobes look smaller.
No, I don't have that problem yet.
The nose never stop growing.
You've never heard that?
Where do
I
you
heard-
get this stuff?
I read that somewhere, I swear.
You know what the scariest myth is?
What?
Husbands and wives start looking like each other the longer they're together.
No, that's the dog.
No, that's the
A
husband
dog.
and wife.
Husband and wife too.
Yep.
Yeah, they say the dog starts to look like the owner, or the owner looks like the dog.
We've always called you the dog.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't want this to go real long. So now that what do you think about the interview with Lance?
Loved it.
He's a pretty good guy, right?
Yep.
I can't believe a kid that young has made 3 or 4 movies now.
Yeah, I want to go back and look at some of his earlier stuff.
Oh, I did a research on him.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen all those, and I want to go back and see some of the earlier stuff, because
Well,
I
let
think
me
he
say, oh, sorry, Sue.
pick things. You know, he really has an eye for picking things.
Well, let me say, you started off the segment wonderful when you played Simon's music. He is fabulous.
Right? He's
So
good.
talented. What a nice lead in. And, you know, who knows? Maybe Lance will pick him up to play in his next movie. Let us hope.
Who knows? Who knows? You know, you always think all it takes is that one person to go, "Hey, I don't know who that kid is."
That is exactly.
But he's got a wonderful father. We should call him.
No. Never meet the parents. Take the boys' talent.
Okay, I hear you.
But I'm hoping the boys are going to do something together, and I hope to have that on
That'll be
eventually.
great.
Get it done. Yeah, because both of them are they both play different, but they're both very good.
Okay.
I'm just a
Whoops. That's the wrong button.
You push my wrong buttons too, you know.
Got super chat.
All right, we're gonna play a game.
got it.
Wait a minute.
Top chat. We got a chat.
Wait a minute. Oh, darn. I gotta find my other thing. There it is. First of the day videos, 1999 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a new one.
Thanks for the super sticker.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me know if you like the new song or the old song.
Stickers, I like you. Stickers, I like them more. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, wait, we'll get back to this now. Pick me. We're going to play a game. I'm just sitting here trying to decide which one. I got 3 of them, but I think I'm probably only going to be able to get 2.
I've got mine.
I'm going to leave it up to you girls. Do you want 10 most popular questions about Florida, or do you want to play Recognize This Song?
Both of them sound hard.
I'll be playing some music. You can hear it, and then you tell the first ding ding. Tell me what you think the name of that song is.
Wait a minute. Linda, are you good at music?
No.
Melody, are you good at music?
No.
I might have a chance. But no, you guys, whatever you pick.
And so the answer is
Popular things about Florida.
Yeah.
God.
That's how a woman thinks.
God. So has everybody got a name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Here's going to be the top 10 questions. Actually, it's not. No, it's not really. No, I made a mistake. It's not the top 10 questions of Florida.
I was ready for that one.
Oh, Lord. Where is it?
Lordy.
Hey, how's California?
It's a top 10 questions about America. I don't know why I said Florida. But
Well,
anyway.
Florida is in America.
Well, the third game is actually about Florida questions, but this one is top 10 questions about America. So, seeing as how you pick Florida, I'm giving you this one. Or do you want Florida? You want Florida? I'll give you Florida. If you want to do Florida, it's mixed words.
No, we'll do America.
Okay. Question 1. Ding, ding, ding. Name for a bell. Check your dinger. Make sure the batteries aren't dead. What island in Florida is the only territory in the U.S. to have served under 8 flags?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Esmeralda Island.
It's what?
I wish I could drink.
I don't know what she said.
Esmeralda.
Wait a minute.
It must not be the right answer, Deb.
Must not.
I didn't know.
Get you guys started. Now get on the roll. Come on.
That's wrong.
The key, ding, 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 ding. The keys.
Linda?
The keys. I don't know any other islands.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who?
Well, it's outside of St. Augustine. I can't remember.
That's the island. I've heard of that.
Right. But I can't think of the name.
Melody, save us.
I don't know any other islands.
It is Amelia Island.
Amelia.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's down by Esmeralda.
What is the largest lake in America?
Lake. Ooh.
America?
What is the largest lake in America?
Melody's got it.
Michigan or Erie?
I was going to say Lake Michigan.
I didn't hear a ding.
She did.
I said ding, ding, ding.
Did she? Who said ding?
Melody.
And the answer
Can
is
you
what?
not hear me? Lake Michigan.
Oh, then it's Lake Erie. Ding, ding, ding. Lake Erie. Uh-oh.
Remember we had the pre-show chat yesterday, Linda, and I said, I got 3 games this week, and none of them are going to be easy.
I know which one's the coldest.
I didn't ask that.
Well,
should we name all 5 of the Great Lakes until we get it?
I only asked one question. What is the largest lake in America?
Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Salt Lake? No, that's not
Superior?
really. Superior?
Okay. We're done. You guys are guessing now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can read the chat.
It's after 8 o'clock. The brains aren't working.
It's Lake Superior.
Oh, that was going to be my next guess.
Yeah.
What year was J.F. Kennedy assassinated?
Ding, 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 ding.
Deb?
1963.
Wow, that was quick. I was too young.
I was there, and that wasn't nice, Linda.
What? Stop it.
Oh,
What
God.
is the longest river in the U.S.?
Ding, 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 ding.
Melody?
Ding, ding.
Mississippi.
I would have thought that was it.
Oh, I know.
Try again, Melody. Try again, hon.
Colorado. Oh, I don't know.
Is there another?
I am proud to
Okay.
be an American and not know any of these answers.
We're done with that question because now we're just guessing. It's the Missouri River.
Oh,
Starts with an M.
Really?
all right.
How many territories does the USA have?
Uh-oh. Let's see. It has Guam, Puerto Rico.
Did I hear a ding? Did you hear one?
No, I'm still
I didn't hear
counting.
one. Hold on a minute.
Has at least
I'm just getting a call from the network that the dingers apparently aren't working right now.
Linda, say ding. Say ding, ding.
who?
Yeah.
Linda,
Well, I know that there's at least 2, but I think there's more than 2.
you're the only one playing this one. Go ahead. Say ding and get on with it.
Yeah, anyway. 2. Okay, ding ding 2.
Deb, you got an answer?
Ding,
You're wrong.
4.
No matter what it is, you're wrong. Sue, you got an answer?
4.
5.
Yes. Can you name them? For an extra point, can you name them?
Oh,
She's
God.
making it up. She's guessing a number and making it up. Puerto Rico and Guam.
An extra point to anybody that can name all 5 of them.
Can you?
Yeah, I got them written right here.
He's got it written down.
I know, but put the paper down and see if you can.
I've already memorized them.
Oh, yeah?
You tell us what they are.
Okay, Sue gets 1. You get the point down. See how I'm keeping score because I always keep score. Always.
I
I'm the
keep
only
a
one that comes to
score.
school prepared with pencil and paper.
Well, you know,
Puerto
you can't-
Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, American Samoa, and something called like Northern Mariana Islands.
Something called like, yes.
I've never heard of it. Who would have thought? And all them people vote.
Yeah, let's not start that. Okay.
If it's American territory, you know, I got no problem with that. I mean, they let people in Pennsylvania vote. They let them vote. They'll let anybody vote.
Carry your Bibles and shoot your deers.
Jerry was the teacher. He would know all of these answers.
Who?
Jerry.
Oh, yeah. He made everybody look a little silly last time.
He knew all of the answers.
Please note that
Okay,
I wasn't
here's
there.
another question.
I could have helped.
Now, you guys ought to be able to get this one. Actually, I'll throw it out because it's kind of, well, I know. What does DC stand for in Washington,
Ding,
D.C.?
ding, 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 ding.
Deb?
District of Columbia.
That's the only one I would have gotten.
Me too.
I'm back.
You are. You
Everyone knows that the bald eagle is the national bird. What is the national mammal?
Manatee?
Decal.
We're in America. Remember, it's America.
Ding ding. Ding ding.
Linda's thinking.
Buffalo.
That's a mammal?
I hit the wrong button. That's correct.
Oh, I didn't know
Actually,
buffalo was a mammal.
Well, it's actually bison, but I think bison and buffalo, it's all the same
Buffalo, they're
thing.
the same thing. That's what I mean. You're talking about
They're
wild-
related.
Where's the rest of them?
I got 1 point.
What was the name of, well, the score is Linda's 1, Deb's 2, Sue is 1, Melody is nothing.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Melody.
Melody had one. Didn't you?
No.
She
Oh.
guessed
I
good,
guessed.
though.
What was the name of New York before it was New York?
Ding, 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 ding.
Linda. Deb.
We look alike. Linda, we look alike. That's why he's doing that. New Amsterdam.
Answer, and I'll take the credit.
What is New Amsterdam?
I'm looking to make sure it's the right button.
I watch Jeopardy every night, by the way.
Jeopardy.
Oh, that's a Jeopardy kind of thing, isn't it? No wonder Melody, we're losing. It's the other brain.
This might be a one-sided question here because, you know, it's got Deb written all over it.
Uh-oh.
How many
Brains,
Super
beauty.
Bowls has Tom Brady won?
I don't like Tom Brady.
Melody.
Ding, 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 ding. 7?
9. Ding, 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 ding.
Sue.
9.
Ding, ding, ding.
Linda. I mean Deb.
4. Come on, Linda.
Jeez. What number hasn't been used?
I know. 7.
God.
I don't like Tom Brady.
8.
8.
We're done. We're done. Everybody got that one. The answer was 6.
Oh.
We were getting around to that number.
Right.
You danced all around that number.
That can't be right. I don't know where you got your answers, but they can't be right.
No, you're wrong.
That's Google. Google.
What is Florida's state beverage?
Yingling
Ding,
beer.
ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Deb?
Orange juice.
Well, it made sense to me.
Florida?
Who else said what?
Florida wasn't orange juice?
Isn't that
I thought it was
surprising?
orange
I guess,
juice.
I guess it's not the lemon drop martini either, huh?
I don't know.
A screwdriver?
I don't hear any dingers. Your battery's dead.
Because we don't know.
Well, one of you may be correct, but I didn't hear the ding.
I always, and then you call me Linda. So
It's orange juice.
What'd you say,
ding,
Melody?
ding, orange juice.
It's orange juice, but Deb answered that first.
And I dinged.
Yeah, no,
Deb
Deb
gets that point.
said that.
I
Deb
didn't hear
said
it.
orange juice.
I didn't hear it because I didn't hear a buzzer.
Because you're going deaf, old man. Come on.
What is another name for the manatee?
Oh,
Ding, 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 ding.
I should know
Deb?
that.
That was Sue.
Sue?
He never hears me. Sea cow.
Yeah.
We need different dingers. We all need our own.
Why don't
sound.
you buy us some dingers? You got that pecker bird in your glass. Why don't you buy us some dingers?
Okay. Linda got one. Deb got three. Sue got
I have
two.
four.
Melody got
By the
one.
way, I have four.
I don't think
Four.
so. Deb got three.
Four.
Deb won.
You
What'd
won
get?
that today,
No,
Deb.
you got three. Makes no difference.
Four, doesn't matter. Are we going to
Who was,
bring?
you, who was you playing for, Deb?
Patricia Williams.
Patricia Williams. Make sure you email me your mailing address. And what were we playing for? I forgot. We're playing for this $25 Kill Wins gift card.
Yummy.
Oh,
Now, does Patricia live in the Villages?
I don't care. I'm just mailing them out. So just mail me your email address and I'll mail you that card. Well, those of you that's watching this on Facebook, you might want to go to YouTube also because Facebook cuts this off after about an hour and you won't be able to play any of these games because we'll just disappear.
Are they critiquing us and saying, "Oh no, we can't have that on our channel"?
I don't know. Facebook's weird. They got that guy running that thing and he's I don't know, he's a communist or something.
Are we bringing Dr. Pineapple on next?
Are we going back to the green room?
Yep.
Oh,
Bring Papa Pineapple.
I am going to bring Papa Pineapple on. Did I send him an invitation yet?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on.
Oh, crap. I got to send him an invitation. So while I'm doing that, Deb tells a joke.
I don't have a joke, but I have news because I'm supposed to cover Lake Sumner Landing.
We're
and
not doing
places.
news. We're not doing news right now. You got to tell us a joke.
I don't have one.
You have to tell us a joke. Make one up.
My mind went blank. I'm not drinking alcohol. I can't come up with anything. Don't make me snap.
Papa
Linda,
Pineapple.
you always have jokes.
No,
Papa
I didn't-
Pineapples.
I
I
didn't
sent you an
prep-
email.
Oh, he told me not to prep anything today, so didn't prep.
What does he know?
I can watch that all day.
There's the pecker.
Look at it.
Yeah, he's been working hard at that all day.
Yeah, that's about his speed.
You know, I need a fish tank in here so I can just watch fish swim around.
Somebody's got to move in that room. You don't.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, anybody wants to buy these Villages maps during the show and only during the show, it's $10 super chat. And these are the new maps. The new areas are on these maps. I looked.
They are. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. There's even areas on here that I never even heard of before. So, and it shows where the new hospital is going to be, all that kind of stuff down there. So this is the new updated maps. Also, if you are one of the last two people at the end of this show to make a comment, you got to make a comment like me. I don't care what you put down there, anything you want. I have two things here that came out of the Villages book, paper, whatever it is. And in here shows the whole new area down there and where the future building is going to be and all kinds of stuff. And there's all other stuff in here, but I'm just going to leave it all in here. But I don't want to open it up. It just make a mess. But anyway, the last two people that stays on at the end of the show, because I'll have to rush the replay to get those names. And you can watch the replay too, but whoever you are, make sure you mail me your email or mailing address on my email, and I'll send those to you absolutely free. And my email, I'll bring it up here so you can have it. Where is it at? Oh, there's the Florida game right there. Right there. That's my email. Send it there. And we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in a Florida Cowboy.
It drinks
Papa Pineapple.
orange juice.
Hey, Papa Pineapples, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Did you watch the show earlier when we had the producer on here that made that movie?
I did. I was watching for 2 hours. I had to go to the bathroom. That's what took me so long to get on.
We understand.
Was that a shot?
Join the club.
It went
Oh,
right over his head.
can you believe that that guy's 24 years old and this is like his 4th or 5th movie?
No.
Super chat.
Oh,
It is.
Carol wants a map, a new map. Thank you, Carol.
Okay, I can do that. Thanks for the super chat, Carol. And like I said, mail me your email address and I'll get them out. Wait a minute. I gotta thank her in the right way, don't I? Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thanks for the super sticker.
That just sounds mean.
Stickers, I like stickers, yes I do. Stickers, stickers, I like you.
Oh. You tell me, which one do you like, Papa Pineapples? The first one or the second one?
I don't know. They're both terrible. So
I agree.
Oh, I can't believe that.
You
Hey.
know that he laughs at his own jokes only. Nobody else laughs. It's just Skip.
Hey, I gotta laugh at me. I mean, if I can't laugh at me, I can't make fun of you. Ain't that the way it works?
Oh, Kathy B, Kathy B, Kathy B.
Hey, Kathy B. Wait a minute. She likes it.
Thank you for the super chat.
Stickers, stickers, I like you. Stickers, stickers, I like them more than you.
Deb, you love it. You know you do. Well, you don't like my fart sounds. You don't like that. What am I supposed to do? I'm just trying to make things right for you.
Keep trying. You're not there yet.
Well,
Set the bar high, you know?
well, I did.
Class it up a little. Class it up.
I did make a little one.
Let me hear it from Papa Pineapple.
Ain't that sweet? I think that's sweet. I think. So what time Sunday? 'Cause I got a lot of good responses on the last couple of videos I done where I did my ground shots and I took your drone shots and kind of combined them together. By the way, sorry about the audio because I know I had to work with it too. What are you going to do? I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, people liked it.
Yeah, well, what I'm talking about is when we got done doing that, and I come home and I downloaded it so I could send it to Papa Pineapple so he could do what he wanted to with it. Half of my audio was gone, nothing, and so I felt bad because it ain't like you can go back out and do it again. I mean, you're done, and so anyway, that's why there was so many voiceovers because the audio just wasn't there. So you have to dream up something. What'd you end up doing with it? Throwing it out?
It's hard with all those videos because it takes so much time to download them off of the email. So I got to figure out something to make it easier. I just cut up whatever you sent me and put it in there. So, yeah.
What do you mean you just cut out?
A lot of
Oh,
people
just-
just go live, so they don't have to download all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot easier if you can get the memory cards too, switch memory cards and do all that stuff. But that, that takes time too. So I don't know. I just cut up what we had, everything that we had. I edited it and threw it in there and took some videos of me videoing you, videoing yourself, threw those in there.
Hey, when you're videoing, you just video everything, and then that's where you start moving things around and edit.
Yeah.
Well, that looks dumb. You cut that out.
And your little girl is adorable.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, she's a little animal. So.
Yeah. Is she coming Sunday?
I'm not sure if she'll be out there Sunday or not. I'm not sure yet. It depends on
Okay.
if my wife pawns
It
her
make
off.
no difference. I just thought if she did, I'm going to bring some ice cream and cake or something.
God, please don't.
Get her all hopped up on sugar, and then you can take her home.
Exactly.
So you want to come here because we can't take the golf cart down through there, right?
Yes. Well, I don't know where you're at, but I mean,
I'll send you an email where I'm at.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go down. What time do you want to do this?
I don't know, 7
in the morning.
He doesn't know what 7 in the morning is.
I was going to
Yeah,
say.
you don't do mornings.
The only people I know to get up at 7 in the morning are walkers.
That's the best. That's the best time to get the video. Best light.
I don't think so. Not here. No.
No, I don't mind. It could be 10 or 11. I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah, I could probably swing 10.
That's pushing it.
What is it that you guys are videoing or droning? What are you droning now?
Well, he found where the industrial park's at over there, and nobody's ever videoed it. He knows where it's at. I don't know where it's at, and I just told him, I said, that'd be kind of cool. I want to drive around that whole area, not just where the industrial park is. I want to go down. I think 301's over there too, right?
It's right off of 301. It's it's right between 301 and I-75. I was taking my son to get a bike the other day down I-75. And it's funny because I saw there's an overpass on I-75 south of Wildwood and south of where the turnpike goes off. And I was thinking, man, I'm surprised the Villages hasn't built down here yet. And then lo and behold, I get a little further down and I look over and there's like 7 semi-trailers along the road and huge industrial park that, I mean, I haven't been that way for a while, but you can see it right off I-75. It's huge. So
We have another super sticker.
I know it. So you don't feel comfortable flying the Phantom?
No, yeah, I'll try it. I mean, it's your drone.
Yeah, I've got 2 batteries. I'll get both of them charged. It probably don't fly as long as yours. It probably flies, I'm going to say, on an average 22, 23 minutes of battery.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how fast I'm flying mine. Mine lasts about a half hour or so.
Well, I've got mine set for slow speed, whatever that's called, because I use it for just for the video. I don't use it for speed. So, but it's got settings on there where you can go to whatever they call it for going fast, all that kind of stuff. I don't know all the technical terms for all that. I don't even know how to get it to circle around something. And I know there's an easy way of doing it. Everybody tells me, oh, it's easy. You just take your finger and draw a little square right there. And oh, yeah, well, I don't know where to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Mavic is pretty good for that kind of stuff. I'll have to look at it. I'm sure it's on there. It's just a couple taps of a button. I'm interested to see because the sensor on the Phantom is supposed to be bigger than the Mavic Air, so it should get better video.
Well, I get good video, but I think the sensor depends on which Phantom. The Phantom or Phantom 2.0, and then they got the Phantom 4 or something, whatever. And I've got the Phantom. It's just plain Phantom.
Yeah.
But it's got all kinds of stuff. Oh, I love the beach.
Thank you for the super chat.
Stickers, stickers, I like you. Stickers, stickers, I like them more than you.
I got a future. I know I do. I should join. I should
The
join
minion.
I should join the Villages choir. So, oh, damn, I got another one. Hey, Trisha Knapp. That's a little punch.
Sticker.
I'll do it the other way.
Stickers, stickers, I like stickers, yes I do. Stickers, stickers, I like stickers more than you.
Yes. So anyway, when you get over here, we'll take that out there and we'll fly it and we'll see, you know, I ain't flew this thing in like 6 months. Something just tells me sitting around is not good for the batteries.
Probably not.
Yeah, I know that they're supposed to go, what, 50% and then hold it right there?
Sure. I've got the Mavic. So the one I have now, the Mavic, because I had both the Mavic Air and the Mavic 2 Air, and the Mavic 2, you can charge 3 batteries at one time, but the charge for whatever reason doesn't last as long if you do it that way. If you charge them individual, it lasts longer. And I think what I'll do is I'll take mine and I'll use yours, and we'll see which video is better. I'll probably do a video of the two side by side.
Hey, that'd be cool. I follow you while you're flying. I can't.
I'll do them one at a
What the
time.
hell was that? That's Deb's phone again.
Text
We'll talk
message.
about
Thank
that
you,
later,
Ginger.
Chubby.
Good
So thank you,
news. So
Jesus.
there's not going to be a sharp, pointy thing floating around in the water.
Breakfast at Tiffany's, everybody. Oh, yeah. Papa, I wanted to ask you, do all of them have the ability to follow you, or is that just certain ones? Because I've seen some of Tom's videos, and I said, and it follows him down the beach.
Yeah, it's a follow thing. It's in the app thing. Yeah, mine does that. I think all DJI drones do that. You just have to know, like the computer, you have to know where to go, how to do it. And I've just never really taken the time to learn all that.
Yeah, it'll follow you pretty well. So, and it'll avoid objects and all kinds of stuff. So it's pretty good. Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff. They got what they call Wayward Way or something like that, where you can take GPS is on the screen and you can park different areas and leave a drop a pin in like the different areas and then tell the drone to go, and it'll go to each one of them pins on the map and then come back to where it originally started. I don't know how to do that either.
I don't know how to do that either.
But you talk a good game, so that's the problem.
I barely know how to make it come back home.
You know they have a club here for that.
I don't want to talk to these other people. They're just all a bunch of. They're
He'd
just
have to leave his room. He can't leave his room.
They're just a bunch of old people that are crotchety, and I'm not old and crotchety, and that's all these people do. You go into a room of old people, and here's what they do. Oh, yeah, did you get your COVID shot? No, I got mine yet. I got mine the other day. I got a little red and a little sore around here. Oh my God, I want to get up and go home.
What did he say before we went on the air, guys?
Hey, did you get your COVID shot?
COVID shot. Just like all the other people, he's talking about being old.
But out of all of us here, I know somebody that's had both of their shots.
Becky Hannaby wants to know if Papa lives in the Villages.
I'm not old enough yet. I'm only 39.
He's married. He lives in a doghouse.
I live in Summerfield, about it depends on where you're going, but about 10-15 minutes outside of Spanish Springs or Brownwood. So
Summerfield. Is that where Dennis was at? Melody?
Bellevue.
He was in Bellevue.
Is that next to Summerfield?
Yeah, it is.
Kind of.
Huh?
You go through Summerfield to get to Bellevue.
Dennis is over by you.
Not by me.
Yeah. If you go outside and see a van parked somewhere, it might be him.
No, I'd see him. We have 5 acres down in Summerfield. I try and stay away from.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Somebody that's lived here practically their whole life, which is in your case, 22 years of it. Yeah. So when the Villages started building, and you kind of probably seen a place grow from nothing to what it is, what's your feelings about so many people living in a place that used to be quiet?
So I have a different outlook on it because I went to school for business and all kinds of, like, I owned a business. And so, like, for me, I went away to the military. I went to Hawaii for 5 years. And when I came back, my parents actually took me to Spanish Springs Square. I was, there was a bunch of, I don't know what the politically correct term is, but older ladies.
We don't do politically correct stuff here.
There was some older ladies dancing with me at the square when I came back.
Cougars?
And then,
were they cougars?
Mountain lions?
Wait a minute. Now this is going to get into an interesting subject. Are you trying to tell me that there was some lonely old ladies around here chasing your young, firm body because they thought they could get something out of you?
No, not like that. We were out there line dancing. Jeez.
That's our exercise.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I saw this going a whole different direction.
but that was the only square when I came back. And then I went away a couple more times. And then when I came back, not Brownwood, but Lake Sumter was there. And then they were building Brownwood, and I couldn't, it was crazy. But I think it's exciting. There was nothing. You could drive from Bellevue all the way to Leesburg, and there was literally nothing there. So it was, yeah. I think it's been great for the whole area, to be honest.
So here's another Villages question that I know you can probably answer. Where'd you meet your wife?
In the military.
Where?
In the military.
In the military. Where was you based?
The reserve unit that we were in was in Ocala.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So did you grow up in Florida?
I was 14 when we came here. You can see all this Green Bay stuff behind me.
Yeah.
We moved down here from Wisconsin. I was 14. She came up. She moved here from Fort Lauderdale. And but we did go to Margarita Republic quite a bit on Spanish Spring Square.
Yeah. That's that bar that has trouble all the time. They're in the news all the time. They threw a guy out there again the other day. Some young kid probably in there hitting on old ladies.
Whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, young whippersnapper. We'll snap his whipper. Okay. Whoop, that's the wrong one.
There was a question there. They wanted to know why so many military people kind of gravitate toward the Villages. There is a large presence of veterans here in the Villages.
Well, I worked at MVP in the Villages, and I talked to a few of them, and a lot of them say that they're retired and they're getting that retirement every month, and they don't have to worry about it. So, and they know that the Villages is a safe area. So that's why.
Well, the Villages is very welcoming to military, police.
They are.
I don't know anything about the VA clinic up there, but they got a VA clinic.
Is outstanding. The VA hospital in the Villages has grown since I've been here, and if there's like major stuff to be done, Gainesville is just up the road. It's not even an hour from here. So
It used to, they had the military was allowed to live here if they weren't that 55 mark. They could be either side. I mean, now it doesn't matter, but at first it was totally a 55 plus.
Well, that's how they come up with the name Eisenhower for the regional rec center.
But I think at one time they could come at 50 if they were military. That was way back in the early years.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about these rules around here. All I know is Deb breaks them.
Oh, every chance I get, buddy.
I seen one today that really kind of surprised me because we always thought that there was no soliciting allowed here.
No, there is. No. It's two different things. I checked. If you call the Sumter County Police Department here, they're going to tell you there's no law against it. These are public roads. There's no law against it. But that's not what we go by here. We go by district rules set forth by the developer. So whenever you have a solicitor, you don't call the sheriff's department. You call, I forget who I called, but anyway, they sent home a community home watch out here and chased her away.
Can I have a definition of what kind of soliciting we're talking about?
Somebody going around parking a car in the street and going house to house to house to house trying to sell something.
A product.
Whatever. Services, a product.
Services.
Where are you going, Deb? Are we talking prostitution?
That, you accused Melody of pole dancing, so I just wondered where we were going with this.
I think Melody give that pole dancing up because the poles, replacing them poles got expensive.
Never in my life have I ever been on a pole.
That's what you stick with that, Melody.
Yeah, we'll back you up, honey.
100%. Okay.
Are we playing the game?
Papa Pineapple's here. We're going to make him play too. Everybody's got to pick a player. Pick me.
Okay.
Start it. Come on.
Let me know when you got one.
I got one.
Okay. I know Papa Pine's already got one because he's a man and men are always first.
And ladies are always right. I got one. I picked one.
Got mine.
And Melody's got hers, right?
Yep.
Okay. I think we'll play mixed words.
I hope we have more success with that than we did America.
It's not going to be easy. I'm warning you right now. None of these games are going to be easy today. I decided I'm tired mollycoddling all of you. You're going to start using your brains. And I'll tell you what the theme here is. And there is a capital letter in every word, so you'll know what the beginning of that word is. The theme here is I know I'm going to say the wrong thing.
I'll correct you.
Okay, I'm going to say it. These are all the top producing fruits in Florida.
I think you said that right, but then fruits.
Fruits.
Papa Pineapple, what do you teach, by the way? You're a teacher, right?
Sex
Yes.
education.
Currently, I teach reading. Yeah, I taught digital design before this. Yep.
Well, can you come over and do remedial reading with Skip?
Well, that
I have a hard enough time with the kids I have.
I can imagine. They probably outshine him.
he's going to be good with the scrambled words.
Oh, no.
What?
Who invited him?
Okay, here's the first word.
Okay, we're ready.
Banana.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
Linda, Deb.
Bananas.
Wait a minute, if I got the right buzzer here.
I think that was a tie all the way around.
Yeah.
That's all I've eaten for 3 weeks.
So,
A lot of potential.
am I keeping score again? Well, of course I am.
Yes, it's your show.
It won't be accurate.
It's always accurate. You guys just keep giving yourself points that I'm not giving you.
You keep shaving them off.
Papa,
I'm going to say beep, beep instead of ding, ding.
Good one.
I
I
said
don't know who you are.
Or we need to stay on because Skip picks whoever he wants.
That's true.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you won so much the last time.
Anyway, there's the word. By the way, do you like the small blue like that, or would you rather have the bigger one like we always had before?
Doesn't matter.
Because I can change it.
Let's just play.
Just leave it like this.
Yes, leave it.
Okay. Here is word number 2.
Ding, 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 ding.
Linda.
Who is it?
Linda.
Linda.
Avocado.
That's a hard one. This game is just wrecking my brain.
By the way, who got banana? That was a Deb, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just
1-1.
keep that score.
1-1. And here's number 3.
Linda.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding,
Linda.
ding, ding.
Linda.
Papaya.
Yeah, these are too easy.
I know they are. We're all playing.
Yeah, this is what I got to do with you guys. I got to bring coloring books and a crayon.
Getting picked.
Number 4.
Bing, bing,
Papa.
bing, bing, bing,
Papa.
bing.
Papa.
Guava.
Hi, Sue.
Number 5.
Linda.
Linda.
Who are you picking?
Linda.
Linda.
Oh, lychee.
Hey, Linda, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
It's a fruit.
I understand that, but I don't know if I know what it is.
It's a tropical sort of Asian fruit.
What does it look like?
Is it called a lychee nut?
The Chinese use it a lot. It's got little hairy things on the outside, but it's white
I've
on the
seen
inside.
that.
It's about.
I think
the
I've
size
seen
of
that.
this one.
Yeah, and I wouldn't buy it because it looks nasty. Yeah, I think I've seen
Because
that.
you're ethnocentric.
Yeah. I have to Google that word.
You had
There's
to look
another
it up.
word.
Ooh, Papa.
Papa?
Papa.
Jackfruit.
That is correct.
Spoken like a reading
Yeah,
teacher.
but then I stopped myself.
I saw that fruit at the grocery store and I took a picture of it when I was doing my grocery shopping when Sue was hurt. I looked at it and I go, what the hell is that? Who would eat this? You know? And the guy sent me an email saying, that's a jackfruit, dummy. Well, I didn't know.
They're expensive.
Okay.
So much.
Here's another one. This one's going to be hard.
Ding, 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 ding.
Dale?
Pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
I think that's right.
Linda, why are you talking for me?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Linda.
Well, you can't put Linda and I together. You get us mixed up and we look alike.
Oh.
Score is Linda 3, Deb 2, Papa's 2.
Oh, I gotta get in.
Here's another one.
Ooh, Papa.
Papa?
Dragon fruit.
That is correct.
Oh,
Good.
me on that
Good.
one.
He's a ringer.
Oh, it's a two-way tie now between Linda and Papa.
See, I told you because he teaches this stuff.
I called him earlier and gave him all the answers.
Ding,
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 ding, ding, ding, ding, ding.
I think it was Melody.
Yeah, it's grapefruit.
That is correct.
He's not picking me.
Wait till he calls my name and then just speak up for me.
Either name, Linda or Deb, it doesn't matter.
Papa.
Wow.
Wait a minute. That's not
Papa.
fair.
Papa.
I don't know.
Well, you said Papa. You don't know.
Nope.
The
Don't
hell
know.
is that?
I don't know what that is either. I think it's spelled
Ooh,
wrong.
yep. Papa. Peaches.
Papa?
Oh,
Oh,
What'd you say, Papa?
Peaches.
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 It was the plural that threw us off.
All the others were singular. You made that
Yeah.
one plural. That's cheating.
Okay, Papa, you're the winner. Who's you playing for?
Oh,
Becky Hanby.
rigged. It was rigged for the gift.
Becky Hamby.
Way to go, Becky.
Trying to think what I want to send her. I got a bunch. I got get stuff here I got to get rid of.
I think she's
Becky?
already got a cup.
Yeah, I know she's got a pink cup, so she probably don't want that. Becky, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you a choice here. Now listen to me. Tell your husband to be quiet while you're standing there, and I'll send you either a Village's wine glass. You know them plastic wine glasses where it's inside a spill-proof cup, or I'll send you Inside the Bubble magazine, or I'll send you one of these purse things that Deb and Sue got that I'll show it to you.
I think she should get the wine glass. That's why I picked her.
Yeah, that's the expensive one, he says all the
There's
time.
two of these. One's red, one's kind of purple. These are some kind of handbag or something.
Isn't that for golf?
I don't know. These
No,
girls
it's
buy this stuff, and Sue brings it in here and just sets it on my table over here, and I'm supposed to figure this out.
It's just a purse.
Oh, I
This is-
thought it was like for golf tees.
Oh, wait a minute. I opened it up. It's got a long handle. Look at that.
It's got a long handle.
Whatever you call it. What do you call it?
Yes, it's a long handle there.
Yeah, we got that. Or I can make you up a surprise package. I got a lot of little of this, a little of that, and a little of something else, and I can put all that into a little package and send that to you, and it'll be a total surprise.
She says,
Surpriser. Women
Yeah,
love
just-
surprises.
Just send me how about new map? Okay, I can do that. I got some of those. Okay, girls, and Papa Pineapple can stay here too because he might know something we don't know, which is probably true because we all drink too much. And Linda's never here, so she don't know anything.
I'll be there soon.
Yeah, you said that before. And then all I hear afterwards is, well, I couldn't get a plane. I mean, I had to make 2 stops. I didn't want to do that.
I'll quit making stuff up.
News. That's what it was. We had news. Spanish Springs news. Melody, Hank, take it off.
all I got is that they turned down the proposal for apartments in Spanish Springs Square.
Well, there's another one up there. That new restaurant on the corner is open now. I don't
Is
know
it?
exactly when it opened, but I saw it in a Village's News.
Name of it?
I don't know. That's
Are you
that's
talking
your
about
territory.
Augustine's?
Yeah, Augustine something.
It's been open for a while, but it wasn't open all day. It was just open for dinner. Now it's open for lunch and dinner.
Yeah. What's the
It
name of
starts
it? Augustine's like
Augustine's.
1940 or something.
Yeah, 1812 or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Is that where Jim Shaw's was, or is that where
Yes.
another
Yeah.
one was? Okay.
The other one is called Farm Shed, and they haven't started work on the tearing the place up yet, but it's coming soon.
Remodel.
Yeah. We may go try Augustine's out. They're open
Well,
for lunch now.
I wanted to kind of try it out too, but that's you and Deb's thing. So I was waiting for you guys to go tell me if it's worth going or not. Because the last time I took your word for it, I went over to Wolfgang Puck's over here, and I thought it was awful. Didn't like it at all.
It's not your style, buddy. That's why.
It's too high class for me.
Exactly my point.
And then who goes to a restaurant, a high class restaurant, and orders meat?
It was on the menu. If you're not supposed to order it, why is it on the menu?
Because they knew somebody like you would be in there.
Oh, I know. That's their thing saying, I'm wondering how many rednecks are coming here and order
exactly.
Yeah.
Redneck margin.
this. Lake Sumter Landing, what's going on down there?
Well, they opened up the Rialto Theater and they redid their Lazy Mac, the taco shack, with new menus and new drink menus. And so that's worth checking out. And I guess the movie they're playing is that Tom Hanks movie called News of the World. So that's a relatively new release. Usually they have the really old ones. So, so I've seen a few people said they've gone. They didn't say anything about the food. And we got a new store called La La Lou's. I haven't been there. Sue, you've been there. It's kind of like a ladies' resort fashion wear.
Yeah, and we did a video, but it didn't come out really well. So like I said, we're gonna have to do another one there because the ladies were really terrific. The lady that owns the place, really nice, and she got her friend to come from out of state to run it for her. And I said they had quite a nice story. So I said we'll catch
Welcome,
that.
Flowering Plum B. She just joined my appreciation level on YouTube. Appreciate you joining.
Was that a car wreck?
Everything I do on here is a car wreck.
And I guess we're going to get a new aromatherapy store in Lake Sumter Landing that's going to open up later in the spring with
A what?
aromatherapy.
Oh, that's got my name all over it.
In Google.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You need new bubbles for your bubble bath and your rubber ducky, I'm sure.
Oh no, I want to go to the aromatherapy store.
And you know what? I heard that, we heard talk that the Schulmans were going to buy Ricciardi's, and evidently they have already opened. And we Skip talked to somebody that ate there and said the spaghetti was good. So I didn't even know they were having a soft opening, but so that changed hands and evidently it's open already.
Yeah. And the new name is Prima.
Prima.
And it was Prima or Primo. Which one is it?
I think it's Prima.
Okay, Prima. Yeah.
Italian restaurant, Italian. So they should have good spaghetti if they're
We'll get it
Italian.
to there eventually. We've got a lot to do when we get back out there because we've got the new Mexican restaurant at Brownwood, and we've got Prima, and we've got Augustine's.
They got some new interesting restaurants down in Orlando.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you guys should go there.
Can we make it an overnight trip?
Hey, it's an all day trip, and Sue leaves me alone all day, and I sit in here and do what I want, and I'm happy.
That's like Thelma and Louise on a road trip. I think we should do it.
Danger.
Yeah, there's a crazy.
A couple places I want to try outside of
Thanks, Flowering Plum.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thanks for the super sticker. Stickers.
You guys frown. You love every minute of it.
Well, you just hear that one and you want to look around and see if there's somebody behind you going to stab you. I said, it sounds mean.
Oh no, I've got the door shut and locked, and I've got my soundproofing up, so nobody can get in here.
I didn't say I was going to.
I think you would. I think you would. I want to say this right now, Papa Pineapple. If for some reason I ever have experienced what could be considered a mysterious death, I want you to investigate Deb first and
I
then
knew it.
investigate Sue.
I knew I would be prime #1 suspect.
So I swear to God, these guys like to eat so much, they'd probably fry me up and try to eat me with noodles.
You're too tough, you grumpy old guy.
You're gonna feed the
Okay.
alligator.
Is that all the Lake Sumter news you
That's
got?
it. That's all I got.
Okay. Restaurateur buys Brownwood Italian restaurant, unveils menu and new name called the Prima Italian Steakhouse. That used to be Ricciardi's Italian Table at Brownwood. So I guess they've taken it over now. Right?
Yeah.
Which I can't say I miss Ricciardi's. I didn't like it at all.
They had a good Bloody Mary bar on Sunday.
That might be because the bar was always full. I will say that. But the service down there at their restaurant, I've been there 3 times. Last time I was there was with a guest. We went in there twice. And he even told me, he said, is this what all the villages offers? Is this kind of service? Just like this? I said, no, I don't know why they're like this. And I never went back. That was the end of it. It's terrible. So
There's one more thing.
Right.
It's Workman Transportation, which at one time they called it the Villages Shuttle. It goes from the Villages to Orlando Airport. And beginning March 1st, they're going to pick up at the Brownwood Hotel and Spa.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense because that hotel's so big. There's probably a lot of people, doctors or whatever, come up here and they camp out right there.
Yeah,
So
but,
instead of that little building beside the sales center, they're not going to pick up there anymore?
Yeah, that was my question. Is this an extra stop or an alternative?
It says that will be the pickup drop off. Will be at the hotel.
So
it's for only direct airport shuttle. They also have day trips and all too, but that's just for the shuttle going to the airport. And that's
latest news is 3,000 numbers of lifestyle clubs in the villages, 693 holes of golf, 101 recreation facilities, 100 pools, 214 pickleball courts, 15 softball fields, and 6 dog parks. That's
And
one
we're
more
still
recreation.
growing.
That's one more rec center since we did last month's show, right? They had 100 last month, right? Because they did a big celebration on 100. Now it's 101. What's the new one?
Rec centers that they opened. Yeah, they opened another rec center.
What's the new one?
Ezel, I think, because Aviary was the 100th, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we go to the Finney Reporter and she can tell us all about it?
Oh, go ahead, Linda. I'm sorry.
No, you were absolutely right, Sue. Yeah, Aviary was 100. Aviary was 100, and Ezel was 101.
And that's all the news you have for Finney? We're done?
No, you have my photos again that you're ignoring.
No, I'm looking.
And I gave them to you numbered, so you would have them in the right order. Number 1, number 2.
Okay, I have 4, correct?
You have 4, but
the map is the first one.
No, it's not. No,
okay,
it's not.
Okay, I just need to know where to start. Stop it.
The one that says number 1 on it. No, that's the last one.
The emails say number 1, but these photos don't say that.
Oh, geez. Go back to the email.
The first one is this one.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
that's not the first one. You want me to talk to that one? It's not the first one.
Okay. Then the other 2 has to be the written word.
It's the written word.
The short one? Okay, the short written word or the long written word?
The long one first, please. Thank you.
This is getting ridiculous.
Everybody is always interested in the 4th town square. And early in February, there was an official announcement that the 4th town square south of State Route 44 has been approved by Sumter County Board of Commissioners and is pursuant to an agreement signed by the village's land company and the village's development company. And that there's also, as part of that agreement, the build out of that 432-acre industrial park south of Coleman that you and Papa Pineapple are going to go droning over. So this is now official. There is going to be a 4th town square south of 44.
I reported that months ago, but nobody ever listens.
Nobody listens to you.
And this is official as well, that according to the agreement, the fourth town center will be basically comparable in size and makeup, including commercial square footages and so forth, equivalent to Lake Sumter Landing and Brownwood. So people can expect that magnitude of a fourth square coming up.
And you want the map?
Yes, please. Okay, and this is to give everybody an idea of what we're talking about. So one of the things that still confuses me, especially since I've been gone for a year now, is when people who live in the villages say, well, south of 466A or north of 44 or whatever. So this is a map to show you when we're talking about south of 44, what area we're talking about. And it is a large area. And right now, we already know what's going to develop up to 470, which is right about the middle of the map that you see now. So it's most probable that the fourth square is going to be south of that middle area. So it gives everybody a perspective of what we're talking about, I think. Okay, now this has nothing to do with the others, but another question that we get a lot is, well, where are they going to put me in my lifestyle visit? Is it just going to be some hole in the wall somewhere? And it's not. This is actually interactive model that you can look at if you go to thevillages.com, and you can actually move around this. It's a 3D model of an example of where you would stay on a lifestyle visit. So I thought this was really interesting, and for those who haven't been at the lifestyle visit, this will give you an idea of the kind of accommodations that are available to you. That's my report.
Yay! Very good.
We're going to do one final game before we end this show. So pick me, pick me.
Is Papa playing with us too?
Yes.
All right.
Because he won't know anything.
Well, he won the last one.
Not in this game. I guarantee you he won't know anything. Like 90% of you won't know anything. But let me say that if you watch this game, if you somehow, some way, absolutely know what the exact answer is, don't say anything.
I got my name.
I got my name. I got my name from last time. I'm still trying to win.
I got mine.
You ready, Papa?
Yep.
Okay. About a month ago, I asked certain people, not everybody, because I want to make it short, to send me pictures of themselves when they were a child. And then I've got a picture of them as an adult. But I'm not going to show you the adult picture until after you guess. If you look at this child picture, all of these people have been on this show at one time or another. All of them. Oh. And I want you to look at the child picture and see if you can guess who it is. Okay. And for that, whoever wins, I will send you some kind of crap. I got all kinds of stuff over here.
There'll be just one person, we say?
There's several of them on here, but all these people have been on this show.
Oh, so we got to name more than one person. Okay.
It's one at a time, right?
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay. Just need some details there, that's all.
Okay. Okay, see if you recognize this young man.
Oh!
It's the one to the right.
Ding, 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 ding.
No.
Ding, ding,
Okay,
ding.
Linda?
That's Lance.
No. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding.
The super chat.
Wait a minute.
Lance.
Wait a minute, I got the wrong button. There you go. Okay, now Sue is next, right?
Yeah.
Ira.
That is Ira.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lance and Ira, that's close.
A 24-year-old and a 67-year-old, I can see that.
I should have known by the fuzziness of the photo that couldn't be.
But really, forget the hair. Look at the eye. Look at the eye. Yeah. If you really look close, it's the same. Him. It's the same squinty eye.
It's not a squinty eye.
Well, it is a squinty eye. Look, it's squinty eye right there. Squinty.
Okay.
He's looking at you going, trust me. He used to be a car dealership. Trust me. Okay. Who's this guy?
Oh,
my.
ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that
Go
must
ahead.
Is that Rusty? Huh.
must be Wrestler Mania, right? Isn't that Wrestler Mania?
That's Elvis,
Oh,
I
I
thought.
know who that is. Tom.
Who?
Tom.
Tom.
You didn't ding, Linda.
Ding, ding, ding. Is it Jerry?
That's Sue.
Yeah. Is it Jerry?
Who got the first one?
Oh,
Sue did.
Okay, so she's got 2 now.
Wow, that's
It
Jerry.
is Jerry. Look at the size of those hands.
Eyes. We can't see the eyes.
Yeah, that's Jerry.
Oh yeah, like we can tell.
You can't tell? I don't know. I see a resemblance.
Sue could tell. Sue
I
could
mean, other than being younger, right? You just,
Nose.
well, okay. Now this was going to be tough.
People are, so they look like it to you.
This is going to be tough because this is a baby picture. And as a guy, I can tell you that all babies are ugly. And so they don't do anything. They're just all, takes a mother to like them little squiggly things. Who's that baby?
That's
I'll tell you what you do. Look at mom.
Oh,
I don't know.
Pop. Is that Rusty?
No.
is that Linda?
No.
is it Debbie?
Are we just passing names around the table? Just one of them will stick.
Is it Deb?
Who'd you say?
Deb?
I don't think my hair was ever that dark.
No.
I never had that much hair.
Is that you, Skip?
No.
Well, we ran out of people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's
wow.
healthy home cooking.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay. And who's this little type?
Boy, these are hard.
Is that Melody?
That's correct.
Wow.
Somebody sent me that picture on Facebook, and I didn't.
Deb, definitely she has that smile.
I would have thought you girls would do better because women are always better about that. They'll look at a little baby that to me looks like a little monkey laying there, and you guys would go, "Oh no, he looks just like his father."
well, his father's an ape, so there you go.
Who's that guy? I love the hairdo, by the way, because years ago they used to do that. They used to take the hair and they'd curl them with little curls in them and stuff.
Is it a boy or a girl?
I'm
That's a
guessing
boy.
boy.
It's Skip.
No,
He's too cute.
Papa? No.
Jesus.
No, it's too old for that.
Yeah, it's too old for that.
Well, speaking of old, is it Rusty?
I'm sure Rusty will thank you for that.
I thought so.
Who else has been on this show, guys?
I say, he's coming down next week.
Is it Tom?
Tom Hall?
No.
Yeah. That baby's much better looking than Tom.
Oh, the insurance guy.
I know that's old.
No.
Okay, we give up. That boy is that.
Oh, wrestler.
It's wrestling.
See, I didn't get either one of those, and I should have. But their faces, their expressions are the same.
The only one.
If he had that fake blonde wig on, he used to imitate me, we'd know.
But who is this?
Know somebody.
Oh, that's Linda.
That's Linda.
That is Linda.
Yep. She's
Who got that?
Me.
me. It was Linda.
We all did.
Yeah.
So which one of you got it? You both sound the same. I can't see you.
It doesn't really matter because Sue's ahead.
Oh. Okay. Who's this little shit?
You, Skip.
It is. Who got that, Deb?
Melody.
That was Linda.
Sue.
Okay.
Wasn't me.
That was me.
I knew who it was, so I didn't say anything.
Who was that?
Linda?
Yeah, that's Linda.
That is. Boy, that's a blonde Linda.
Okay, Sue won.
White.
So who was you playing for?
Let me find that name again. Jeffrey Stearlin, 808.
Jeffrey what?
Stearlin, Stierlen, and it's
Okay,
808.
Jeffrey, send me your mailing address to my email, and I'll get that stuff mailed out to you right away. And like I said, I'll just send you.
Oh, you had him too, Papa.
He chose him too.
And I need to apologize to Laura Schritt.
You do.
Because I tried to win for her today. It's her birthday.
So did I.
Hey, Laura.
How did I pick her?
Laura too.
We tried to send it for her birthday. So now everybody will claim it's their birthday the next time we play. It's after 9. I'm turning it into a take care. See you on the other side.
What? Are you leaving?
It's time.
I'm ending the show. I'm ending the show now.
Well, a lady leaves first, so I'm out of here.
No, don't leave till I sign off.
See you in the morning, Jay.
What do you mean see her in the morning?
I'm going to pick her
What's
up
our
in the morning.
minutes?
Where are you going?
We may go to Orlando.
Are you going to the restaurants? Good. Make it an all-day thing.
We can do
Okay, I want to thank all the moderators. I want to thank Deb. I want to thank Linda. I want to thank Papa Pineapples for dropping by, Melody and Sue and all of them. Oh, Mark Barry. He always does this at the end of the show, right at the end of the show. I think he does. I think he does it just to make Deb mad because she can't go. Anyway. Oh, that's the wrong button. Thanks, Mark Barry.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thanks for the super sticker.
Yeah.
Stickers, I like you.
You guys don't have the same dancing rhythm with that one for some reason.
We don't like
It's a weird song. We don't like it.
Nobody. I think I like it. So anyway, thanks to all the Patreon members. They make all this really possible. Thanks to all the super chats, super stickers. Thank you very much, MacBerry. I appreciate everything you do for us. And everybody that was here, thanks to all the special guests. Next month's guest, as of right now, it was confirmed a couple days ago, actually. Unless something happens, is going to be the Medicare expert will be on here. And you guys will have a chance that's interested in Florida insurance questions, Medicare questions, or whatever. This is the guy to talk to. He knows a gob, I'm telling you, just a lot. So with that being said, remember the last 2 people that makes a comment on this show before it ends, I will send you those village information stuff that came in the paper. I don't even know. But it has a map of down south with a lot of stuff on it. And I'll send it to you absolutely free. So with that being said, Deb, everybody, say goodbye. Melody.
Bye.
I'll see you guys.
on the other side.
Side.
Yeah.
That sounds so final.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to find here it is. Come on.
Hi, I'm Greg,
I'm Joyce.
and we just had a nice visit at the Villages and like to say hi to Elaine, Megan, and Nathan back at home in California. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.